Hi everybody, I'm Dr. John Douillard. Welcome to LifeSpa.com, and today I want to talk about some amazing new research on the Ayurvedic self-massage called an Abhyanga. Studies show that it has a powerful effect on our body physically, mentally, and emotionally. And what's really neat is they just discovered certain receptors in our skin called C fibers that actually have a specific interaction with the limbic system of our brain, the emotional cortex of our brain. So when you actually give yourself a self-massage, you're actually activating the limbic system of the brain and dialing down the fight or flight nervous system. So you're decreasing stress and you're also supporting access to the emotional cortex. And studies show that they're using it for psychiatric conditions, behavioral conditions, and depression. So this may explain why you feel so good after a massage. Lots more to talk about here. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on our website at lifespa.com, please, take a minute, sign up for our newsletter so you get this information every day. If you love the video, share it with your friends and family. And of course, on your way out, stop at our Ayurvedic shop. Lots of Ayurvedic organic remedies for you to take a look at. All right, here we go, diving into this. So what's really interesting, they did a study, right, with 100 women with breast cancer who were complaining of anger and depression and anxiety and all the stress that goes along with having a diagnosis of breast cancer, which I can't even imagine. And they did a study with them and they gave them an Ayurvedic massage 3 times a week for an hour for 5 weeks. And the other group got just the standard breast cancer treatment care that they particularly recommend. And they found that the women that got the actual massage, significant reduction in their anxiety, in their worry, in their depression, and a significant boost in a positive mood. So the studies are shown there, and the mechanism they're thinking is because of this new C fibers that directly link to the emotional cortex of our brain, right? Which is pretty cool. Many studies have shown that Ayurvedic massage, doing a daily Ayurvedic massage on your body. Now in Ayurveda, they recommend, that every morning when you wake up, and you can do it even in the shower, give yourself a daily Ayurvedic massage. And one of the mechanisms for that is, from the Ayurvedic perspective, is it balances Vata. Vata means air. It's dry. It moves really quickly. Wind really blows. It dries us out. It can stress you out. And when Vata, or the nervous system, gets aggravated, you can get highly stressed, not sleep well, not handle stress well, get worried easily, restless. It can really disturb you. So it turns out that one of the ways to dial down the sensory input is to put oil on your sensory receptors on your skin. And there's millions and millions of them, at least 1 million of them just on your arm, let alone your whole body. So there's massive numbers of these receptors because everywhere you touch, you feel it, right? So if you put oil onto those receptors, it dials down that sensory experience and kind of dampens the whole input. So there's not so much radar. You don't feel every little thing that's coming down the pike that stresses you out. There's no better way to handle stress, particularly travel stress. On an airplane, when you get off the airplane, do a massage. Before you get on the airplane, do a massage, like before you leave for the airport. It's an amazing technique. I used to travel for a living teaching Ayurveda, and I got to tell you, it was a lifesaver for me to do an Abhyanga. As soon as I would get to my hotel and land and take a shower, I would do an Abhyanga. Before I would leave for sure that day, I'd make darn sure I got that Abhyanga in, right? So really, really important. So, and one of the tools that make it so special for our emotions is not just, applying the oil, which I have to admit, that's what I used to do, is just get the oil on and get the mechanical effect of the oil calming down those sensory receptors and doing all that. We know it also, those oils feed the microbiome on your skin, which is really cool. So that's another benefit because it helps support the health and integrity and function of your skin as both the nutritional absorption tissue and a detox tissue. So those are really, really good things. But the emotional part, the access to the limbic system, that has something to do with what Ayurveda calls self-awareness. I remember I was watching a monk giving himself an Ayurvedic massage in the morning, and and he was talking and just chatting and giving himself a Abhyanga. You know, in India, everybody gives himself an oil massage every morning. It's like the thing that they do. It's like no big deal. It's a standard practice, like brushing their teeth. And he was doing it with such love and attention. I was sort of blown away by his self-love in the process. And so one of the things when you do this Ayurvedic daily massage, and you can do it in one of two ways. You can go and lay out a towel and give yourself a beautiful, really beautiful massage. And in there's a video associated with this article where my daughter is doing it on Abhyanga, and I'm talking over it and teaching you guys how to do the exact Ayurvedic massage step by step. So please check out that link at lifespa.com and watch that video. It's at the very end of the article. But it's all about putting that attention. And when you put that attention there, you actually produce a hormone. The longevity hormone is called oxytocin. It's a sattvic hormone that's produced when you act in a sattvic manner, loving, giving, being kind, caring for others, supporting others, and touching others and hugging others. It activates this hormone called oxytocin, which has been linked to longevity, decreasing cortisol levels of stress. It increases social bonds, boosts immunity, extends your life. It's a longevity hormone, right? It actually been shown in studies to increase libido, sexual potency, and desire. It actually decreases your cravings for sweets. The list of what happens when you feel safe in your skin is phenomenal. And that's another part of it. So when you give yourself a massage with that intention to care for yourself and love for yourself and nourish yourself, you produce that oxytocin inside of yourself. And then when you give that love and care to others, you produce it and they produce it as well. So it's sort of like paying it forward, which is amazing and super cool. So that daily Ayurvedic massage is, really, really interesting. In one study, it was like 10 men and 10 women. It was a 2011 study in the Journal of Alternative Medicine. And they found that when, after a 1 hour Abhyanga, there was a significant reduction in heart rate, a significant reduction in stress, and a significant reduction in blood pressure. So, really, really important stuff. In one journal, in the Journal of Traditional Medicine, they did a report on the benefits of an Ayurvedic daily self-massage, and they found that it would support detoxifying of your skin, the elasticity of your skin, rejuvenation of the skin and the tissues, promoting overall health and physical strength, sleep, mood, eyesight, complexion, immunity, aging, and happiness, and decreasing, of course, stress. So lots to think about there in terms of that. Now, one of the major benefits of an Ayurvedic daily massage is sleep. I mean, there's study after study after study showing that the Ayurvedic massage can support healthier sleep. It's been shown to decrease your latency, which is how quickly it takes for you to go to sleep. It's been shown to increase your REM sleep, so it gets you into REM sleep, which is your dream sleep, very quickly and keeps you there longer, and it also drops you into deep sleep a whole lot faster. So it just, again, calms down that nervous system, dials down the Vata, decreases the stress, and when you can do anything on a daily basis to dial down our stress, it's such an important thing, particularly in these crazy times, particularly as we move into the winter where the air is very dry and cold, and getting that oil on your skin creates that unctuousness so your joints don't dry out, you don't get stiff and injured or achy or low back pain or neck pain and all that. You can really do a number on yourself to calm yourself down. Okay, so that's it. Do it on a daily basis. I also love doing it in the shower. And when you do it in the shower, you take a little bit of the Ayurvedic massage oil, and then with the shower running, after you've soaped and cleaned, you can actually do a very little bit of oil, long strokes over the long bones and circular strokes over the short bones or over the joints, and that works, of course, really, really well as well. So something to think about from that perspective is doing it in the shower. Use a very little bit of oil. The water helps us spread very evenly, which is really cool as well. And that's something that doesn't take up a lot of oil. It forces you to really massage that stuff, and because you don't want to use a lot of oil, because you don't want to walk out of the shower sticky and then soil your towels, because that can be a problem. making everything slippery and everything like that. So a very, very small amount of oil is needed for this, which I think is kind of really cool. So many people ask me, so what's the best oil to use? How does it work? Well, in Ayurvedic medicine, the oils are herbalized, which means that there's herbs cooked into the oils. Because what the studies show is that the molecule of a vegetable oil, olive oil, sesame oil, whatever it is, they're on the larger side, and it's difficult for those oils to penetrate the phospholipid layer of your skin, which is the fatty layer of your skin, which is sort of like the fat protects your skin from, soaking up all the water. So when you'll go into a pool, you've got some water-resistant skin. Your fingers and hands don't have that as much. That's why they get dry, and that's why they get pruned up when you stay in the water too long, right? So that's the phospholipid layer of your skin. So when you put oil on your skin, the oil will sit on top of that skin. And if you use just pure almond oil or jojoba oil or coconut oil or olive oil or sesame oil alone, that oil can actually sit on the skin, not penetrate or moisturize as well as we would like, and it can actually pull impurities out of your skin and detoxify your skin. It's one of the things the Ayurvedic massage does, which is great, but it can also somewhat dry your skin out. And that's a complaint that some people have when they do Ayurvedic massage with just plain oil. So Ayurveda would actually use herbs and cook the herbs into the oil. The vegetable oil would act as a carrier to the phospholipid layer of the skin and drive it through the skin and then deeply moisturize the skin and heal and repair the skin in a really big way. So that's the kind of the neat thing about why you want to use an herbalized oil, which is really important. So at our LifeSpa, we have 3 Ayurvedic massage oils. One is a combination of butter, and one is the tridoshic lymphatic oil. This is mostly for Vata, because that's most of our imbalances. So also the herbs in here are really good for Pitta and Kapha as well. It's got sesame oil, organic olive oil, and it's cooked with herbs like ashwagandha, shatavari, bala, tulsi, lemon verbena, passion flower, and valerian, all very, very balancing for Vata to calm your nervous system, which is just great. But they're also light enough to be very effective for Vata, for Pitta and Kapha. So we call this the tridoshic massage oil, but very, very good for your Vata, which is the number one reason why people would want to do an Ayurvedic daily massage, is to balance their Vata. So that's one you might want to think about. The other one we have is the lymphatic massage oil, which again has sesame oil cooked with organic herbs like mangista, which is a red root, arjuna, which is a red bark, turmeric, which is a kind of a very rich dye orange color. All those dyes are very powerful lymphatic movers. It also has pranardava, which flushes out the water, and lymph is very hydration specific. It's got calamus, one of my favorite herbs, calamus, bala, which is for strength and rejuvenation, and phyllanthus to clean the skin and detoxify the blood. So really, really powerful herb, our lymphatic massage oil, which is really amazing for the lymphatic system. On my website at lifespa.com, at the article associated with this video, there's a link to our lymph questionnaire where you can, your lymph symptoms, and you can take a questionnaire to see how you score in terms of lymphatic health. It's the most critical organ system, circulatory system in your body. It's the largest circulatory system in your body. It's delivering the nutrition into your body, taking out the trash, detoxifying you, and carrying your immune system. So those things are really important. And then finally, we have our body butter, which is a butter. And the shea butter, avocado butter, and mango butter in here are cooked with herbs like neem and shatavari and mangista and turmeric, all really important herbs for both healing the skin, supporting lymphatic flow, moisturizing the skin, and all that. But what's neat about the butters is that they're a smaller molecule. And so they all penetrate and moisturize the skin more effectively. So the body butter, a little bit of a higher end product. It's much more of a skincare product because you can use both on your face and your whole body. But again, you would use it right in the shower and with the water running, so you use a very, very little bit of it. And it's an amazing thing. And the research is so powerful for making sure we take care of our skin, not just so it looks good, which is important, of course, but so we have functional skin. And those nerve endings on your skin, the millions and millions of them, if they're stressed out, that's your radar system, which is overwhelming you with sensory input. And then in short order, we just can't handle the stress like we once did. Give it a go. Try it for a month. Do an Abhyanga every day in the shower for a month and just see if you don't feel more calm, less stress, going to sleep deeper, faster, and longer, and just feeling better overall. Please check out this article at lifespa.com. While you're there, sign up for our newsletter. Of course, get this information as much as you can on your way out. Please stop and take a look at our Ayurvedic shop. All right, thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard. Do you like this video? Don't forget to subscribe and share.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at lifespa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.